Welcome to this edition of Eagle's Eye. I'm your host, Stephen Struckman, and today I am joined by Kaiyn McDonald, freshman class president and candidate for Student Senate Executive President. Kayin, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
Since you are already part of a Student Senate, what does that role look like for you now as freshman class president?
Right now, my big position is representing the freshman class. I send out emails to all the freshman students, usually twice a month, asking for concerns, asking for problems that they may have so I can bring this up before Student Senate. In addition, I relay helpful information that may not be getting to them through other sources with these emails. Beyond that, in Student Senate, my main job is to voice the concerns of the freshman class, write resolutions that will reflect these concerns, and hopefully get them passed so they can go to Faculty Senate and show actual change on campus.
Okay, and let's say you win the Student Senate Executive President role. How does that job differ from you now to when you will receive that job?
Well, essentially, Executive President is more of a mediator when it comes to the actual Senate meetings. They are not allowed to vote in any of the things that we pass, any resolutions. They can't vote for those types of things, but they allow the meeting to run smoother. In addition, they are given permission to be a part of board meetings, meetings with other administrators, and are kind of like the face of the Student Senate. They speak at, I believe, freshman orientation and several other events. So my role will still have a lot of the same key elements. I'll still send out emails to my constituents, which at that point will be everybody, all students. But I'll also have much closer ties with administration, making it much easier to make change actually happen, which is, is one of the big reasons why I want this position.
So what made you decide to run this position as a freshman? For me, typically as a freshman, I'm just trying to get the ropes, trying to learn everything that I can through studies, and then try to go into different groups. Why are you kind of pushing your way through this position already right now as a freshman?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I've lived in Ashland for all my life. I went to the high school here. I like to say I'm fairly familiar with the campus and a lot of the issues that the campus deals with. Over my time here, just this year, I have spent a lot of time with students. I've received dozens and dozens of emails concerning problems that students have. I've been in these meetings where I hear the problems the university has, and I feel like with the experience that I have up to this point, with the knowledge I have of these problems, that I am the man that can fix these things, with help from the rest of the Student Senate, because this isn't a one-man job to get all this stuff done. In the past, I've been a part of a lot of leading roles in my high school, in all organizations that I've been a part of. In all of these things, I stress that with my leadership and the people that are around me, we can make a lot of change happen. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to do here. I feel that I can make this change happen. I know the problems that the students need to see fixed, and that I can do this. So I figured I would take the shot at the position and hopefully represent the students in a better way.
Do you think you have a legitimate shot of winning as a freshman? It's obviously going to be a long shot, but do you think you have a legitimate shot of winning? Honestly,
I think I do. I don't remember if I mentioned this already, but I'm involved in a lot of things at this university. I'd like to think that I'm a fairly well-known face in a lot of these organizations. I plan to go pretty hard for this campaign. I have an Instagram up already, Kayin for President. I'm going to hang up posters later, probably Saturday. There's going to be a lot of them. I'm going to have handouts. And I'm really going to be open to hearing what all students want as a major platform. Because I have platform points, but there's a lot of openness because, things change. Students' needs change. And I'm sure that during the course of this campaign, things will change. So yeah, if I can push forward with my plans and really buckle down and campaign the way I know I can, I think I have a fair chance.
So you mentioned your platforms and your plans. What are some of those things that you kind of have your basis of running on? Obviously, you have your openness, but what are some of the things that are very important to you and to this university that are you going to run on here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this will be on my posters, this will be on my Instagram, but I have 5 main points as of now that I plan to run on. First is just big renovations to student dining. Student dining used to be fantastic. Like, I remember how great student dining used to be. And I've received dozens of complaints about, health problems, safety problems, accommodation problems with student dining. And, it's a shame. And I think that if I were to be made executive president, I can pass a lot of things that would help improve the situation. Along with that, my second point that kind of goes with student dining is allowing students to have optional meal plans if they have access to a full kitchen. And this will go into a few other points later, but so this would be people that are in sororities and fraternities, people that maybe are on in the Ashbrook dorm, as they like to call it, or students that have this access should not be forced to buy a meal plan, especially with the state of our dining services right now. It was recently reported that there was a big cockroach problem in the combo area. I didn't want to eat there for a little bit. And students shouldn't be forced to have to get a meal plan just so that they can live on campus and get that experience. I'd say another big point. This goes with my with the meal plan thing is accommodations for nursing students. So right now, there's a lot of problems with accommodations for nursing students, and especially from what I've heard from my constituents and from others that I'm friends with. But right now, nursing students don't have a dining option at the Mansfield, I believe, the Mansfield campus that they're at. There used to be one, but the person that was there isn't there anymore, so they don't have an option. But they're still, if they live on campus, they're required to get a meal plan. So they go there for upwards of 12 hours. They have nowhere with their meal plan to get for lunch, so they have to pack, they have to go somewhere else, or they have to pay with, I don't remember exactly, but they can't use their actual meal plan. That's unacceptable. Why should a student that isn't even going to be on campus to use their meal plan have to buy a meal plan? This more pertains to juniors and seniors that would be going there, but that's just unacceptable. I mean, and there's other things too. Students in the nursing campus they get a choice whether they can have access to a gym in Mansfield or to the rec center here. That's absurd. If you're a student at Ashland University, no matter if you're at the Mansfield branch or here, you should have access to the rec center. This isn't costing the university, gobs of money for these students not to get this access. It's frankly insane that they don't have this already. Let's see. Another big one that I have is really just for student workers on campus. There's a huge problem with getting students to want to work on campus, and I myself am a student worker. I've worked in several places on campus. Students aren't paid enough. They aren't given enough benefits. Many times the work is fairly difficult. Not difficult like mentally taxing, but more, I would say, relatively grueling. Like washing dishes in Convo isn't the best job you can get. And they're finding troubles with getting people to work for Eagle's Nest, for the rec center, for Convo, and it's unacceptable. The university should be able to invest in the students and pay them more to meet with the demands of the other places around. That's definitely one of the big sticking points. And I know we're short on time, so I'll leave that there.
Definitely. That's definitely a lot of plans you got going on here today. Thank you so much for joining me, Kayin. We look forward to seeing you campaign for the Student Senate Executive President. This has been another edition of Eagle's Eye. Make sure you follow us across all social media at AUTV20. I'm Stephen Struckman, and thank you for watching.